Hey, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? So it's been a while since we did a community AMA. So I'm happy to be here. Let me check my screen because I'm looking at the wrong one. All right, perfect. So excited to be here for a new edition of me establishing what I've been doing through Brickken, and it's been a quite an intense three last months with a lot of new updates. So where should we start? Obviously, by establishing the view. This is the first AMA that we do in our new office. We changed locations last week because we grew our team, so we need a bigger space. So that's always good news, right? So when a company grows, it could mean that there's a healthy growth in the back. Because I heard some, or I read some comments in the in the chat that is Bricken profitable, is Bricken making money. Yeah, I can assure you all of you. It's weird that people in Web3 or companies in Web3 that they get asked if they make money because usually it's not the case, right? So on that sense, following up that we do make money and we do get clients. Our TVL, the ones that you can see in the Filana, that's how much is publicly traded. So that's a public, transparent figure that you can all see. The tokenized value, it's a total tokenized value. That's everything that goes through Bricken. So it's a different value. That's more of depending on the client, what they choose or not. But it's important that we understand that here in Bricken, we thrive on transparency. Actually, that's one of the main reasons why we are able to do everything that we're doing, just because on our end, we have always been transparent with all of you. So I understand there's newcomers who ask all these questions, and it's super fair. I mean, it's not negative asking questions. On the contrary, it's positive. It's just that when we should always like start from not the negative kind of like, oh, they're trying to trick, but from the positive. Where are these figures coming from, right? And this is why the beauty of blockchain works, right? It's a transparent form. It's blockchain don't lie. I mean, it could, I don't know, but on the sense that that's why we thrive on tokenization because it's a most transparent form of capitalization or digitizing financial instruments that usually are done between parties or who are completely untransparent. So just wanted to obviously come here and establish that. Yeah, breaking from the first of all, it's a monetizable growing company that our organization's values are public and transparent and they're picked up on our factory of chains, and basically that's what we do. And thanks to that, it's leading to us having the partnerships that we have been able to secure over the past couple of months when we actually became pretty much active and growing in that sense. We just entered a Circle Alliance program the other day. Super interesting what is approach because USDC we believe is going to be the stable coin that is going to be the most compliant with, because here in Europe they're about to enact complete closure of not being able to trade with stable coins that are not regulated or have the e-money license. So that for us, this has to be that we have to make a bet for a specific need. Obviously, that's kind of like leading back to everything that we've been doing, right? I mean, in the end, for us to grow, it has to come from different sides. And basically, I believe that the growth of Bricking is done through three main things. Basically, first of all, it's team. That's the expertise. Then the community. I was super serious when I started in the chat that the community is one of the reasons why we're here. It was in the tweet because uh, yeah, we're here because our growth was thanks to all of you who are still trustful or were trustful in the past, and or the newcomers who are trustful now that we are performing how you guys want us to perform, and we are complying with the expectations that are being put on us. So that's two. And the third is business, which is basically crucial. Clients, partners, uh, how are we looking into brand from third parties? And regarding that, everything that we've been doing, kind of like the European sandbox tokenization alongside Coinbase, entering the PricewaterhouseCoopers, now with Circle, being really honest with, or really close, sorry, not honest, with Chainlink Build program, continuously being advertised by Cointelegraph, kind of like that, where track record speaks by itself. That you cannot fake. Like, I can come and be saying a lot of things, but the track record is there, right? I mean, just the Google keywords can really deposit everything. So If you don't believe the TBL, don't, even though it's on chain. If you don't believe the TDL, don't, because it's on chain. If you don't believe the partnership, don't. So it's kind of like it's impossible not to believe that who we say we are is who we really are, right? I mean, there's so much that could fall at any time that actually we've been proving ourselves day to day. And I mean, we have to talk about. I don't think I did an AMA until now before our unlock. But this is one of the moments that for this company was crucial, and I believe it was a reinforcement that we were doing things right. So I want to share my screen, right? I think it's healthy for me to share my screen. Cool. All right, cool. So if we go to CoinMarketCap, because now we can talk about the token, right? First of all, many of the things that are crucial here is yes, we did a dip when we listed bear market. Let's not forget, and we did our first round, right? We did an unlock around here, right? It was a February, not so heavy, but still a bunch of cleave and lots of unlock tokens. While over here we were running public sale, public two, one, two. So there was unlocks happening continuously because we had some linear, but the biggest one came here. Then we ran, okay, and then the RWA narrative became a narrative, right? So we ran before the RWA narrative. Then we ran with the new RWA narrative. So we did an all-time high, 138. Depends where you look. In the DEX, it says more. In CMC, but let's figure out that CMC is the balance. Okay, whatever. We started going on downtrend. We know what happened also in the markets. We started a lot of altcoins started bleeding, which is normal. Like it was the market, and we come to this date. This approximation to July 25th was crucial. Obviously, the white paper, all of you know, and the community and whoever asked, the moderators, it was the biggest unlock that we had, right? Instead of going linear, we went through a full cliff. More than 10 million WBKs got unlocked. That's a right? But there's two metrics here that we have to understand. Okay, so our listing price was 16 cents. So we did dip below 18 cents. Uh, Community round two was sold at 13 cents. We did broke below community round two, but community round two had already been able to sell around here. So they were already unlocked throughout here. So, okay. And then community round one, which was 11 cents. I believe that we broke it during only 24 hours. I have the exact estimation, which is kind of like during 33 hours, we only broke below that number. And the community round, which was the people who got unlocked, which was 0.8 cents, we were never even near it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fantastic unlock. Even though there's a lot of saying, I do spend quite some hours a week to see how other projects are doing, other logs, other narratives, other listings, because I need to see how the market is, right? Because that's what we do. We have a token that is tradable in the market, so we have to understand the market. So the fact that we didn't broke below the price of the people who bought, meaning if people bought at 8 cents and the unlock happened on July 25th and we never did below that, that's just mind blowing, right? That's like you do have a support. So the support started building around 11, 12. People kept unlocking, people kept selling, but also people kept staking. We are now above 10 million tokens of BKN, 10 million BKN tokens that are staked, and that's massive. We're talking about a circulating supply that of right now it's of 61. That means 1/6 of every single BKN out there in the market is staked. That's ridiculous high. Okay. Not only that, community started buying, and we are where we are right now. We're not even in the bull runs. I'm not gonna say anything that you guys don't know or don't expect, but we are very healthy. Not only are we very healthy, we are growing our market cap. We're top 800. Bitcoin is bleeding today, and we are very much stable. So, I mean, you do your math and you do your FOMO if you want, or your speculation, or you neglect. But the facts is as follows. Maybe I'm wrong in the story. So, first of all, we are a docs team, yes. Building over 4 years, yes. Meaning we're not a new trend getter. We were building tokenization RWAs before they were named RWAs, STOs back in 2020. So for us to sell that, people didn't even understand what we wanted to accomplish. So it was kind of like we went through the freaking desert during a couple of years before even people tried to understand what was the potential of the markets we were trying to create. So second fact. So 2020, 4 years, LWA tokenization. Nobody understood it. 2021, we did an ICO. We had to delay. Flush, the markets got flush. You guys could probably, some of you suffer. Sorry to hear that. Other ones were leaving. A lot of people left. A lot of people got complained. 2022, 2023, horrible years for crypto. We listed on the 23 as suicidal. I was personally super against listing, but the community wanted to list. So I was like, okay, fine. You're just giving us the hard way for something that, if well prepared, because you cannot find the markets, but you may know when there's an open window. But we had to do right because a lot of you were holding price. So we listed July 23, 12 o'clock Central Time. We listed, we didn't perform well. But then later, all our values started pricing in. We started closing Chainlink, Cointelegraph. We had some venture capital jumping in, Varus, CNC. Then we had these clients, ISD, Free Trade Zone, with organized hacking. We entered the community, we entered the sandbox. We started doing all of these things because if we didn't do them, then why would we even do anything? Because we don't live out of the token. We live out of the business, who is monetizing, and we're growing because we have to generate more market. So the token does help, yes, of course, because it gives us brand. But it's super simple for us to not focus on the token because that's the utility. The business is the core, right? No business, no utility. No business, no company. No business, no brick. No business, no all of these partnerships. Chainlink, Pricewaterhouse, Coinbase, we tokenize with Republic. We are in all these chains. All of these chains are actively pursuing for us to deploy them. Why? Because we are an application. So it is super simple for me and super transparent that you, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I hate fragmentation of chains. We have so many. It's completely useless. That narrative, I need a new chain. No, we do not need a chain. We need an application that can onboard a million of people who could care less about the chains. And people on the web too, we understand that because it's not about the technology. The technology is not a selling point. The selling point is the solution to a problem. What are you solving? The blockchain doesn't solve a problem. It is a technology that, if well used, an application can come on top that can solve a problem. This has been our prerogative since 2020. We are an application that uses a specific technology to solve a problem. And that's why we're thriving because we have stayed true to ourselves. You never saw us pivot to metaverse. You never see us pivot to like AI. We stay true to what we did because we are secure and we feel confident that the path that we are taking is the one that is going to lead us for Brickken to become as high as possible. All right. We've been working on this for 4 years. I think next year is going to be our fifth. We had our ups and downs, but I feel confident, and the Brickken team feels confident, and the market feels confident, and the partners feel confident, our clients feel confident that we are one of the leading players in our vertical, and that it's a fact. It's not the total tokenized value, it's not all that. It's really a fact. So what I'm trying to tell to all of you is, if the token didn't exist, Brickken will still be a business and probably will still be profitable and still will do good. The fact that we have a token, that we have all of you engaged with us, our community, jumping in our clients, I mean, everything, it's allowing us to grow faster. And we are really engaged with that. I'm really thankful for all the trust because it's allowing us to scale, to position ourselves. I mean, just Google Twitter. No, we're not paying any calls. I'm super transparent here. We did pay calls in the past. We actually said whenever we pay calls, we actually came to us and said, hey, we're gonna do some marketing scheme. Everything that is happening right now on Twitter, it's organic. That means we're triggering the right spots in the market for people to take notice and say, like, you know what, there's a new vertical, right? Or maybe yeah, not so new, the RWE. And they're figuring out who the potential winners are. And we're triggering all the right spots and say these guys are. Because if you do a brief due diligence, you will find out who they're backing, who they're partnering with, what chains are looking at them, what bigger players are talking about them, and that it's a good due diligence. So the outcome of this conversation basically is to establish that over this quarter, which is the end of Q3, I'm super excited. We finished in a way that we never thought. I am a little bit more protective than negative because my background is being law, so I cannot be so positive at things just because of how I was not raised, but I was studied because I need to be very preemptive. So I never thought that the unlock would work like it did. I thought that September was going to be a moment that we had to recover money. I mean, by no chance I thought we would perform how we did. And I thought that the entry of this quarter was going to be completely different on the token side. On the business side, we did everything we needed to do. We grew the clients, we grew the partners, we grew the expectations, we grew the objectives, we completed everything that we needed to do to finish our quarter. Our objectives, key results were complied with. Our measures that we took over the quarter were all positive. So, in that sense, from the business, which is the core of the business, we're excelling. And basically, that is allowing us to say that I have zero doubts that we are going to have our best close of the year. That we have right now, probably one of the best teams out there in the tokenization space from wherever perspective you look at it, be in finance, be in sales, be in tech, be in legal, be in operations. We're absolutely excelling in know how. That's why we get articles thrown to us, kind of, hey, can you write this? Hey, do you want to come do this? Hey, you want to come? Because the new narrative and comprehension as to how capital markets are changing, we are leading. So team excels. Our community, it's a blast in the sense that literally more than 10 million WKNs got dropped on July 25th, and that unlock we barely suffer. Yes, we went from all-time high to a downtrend, but we didn't do anything weirder than a lot of different altcoins. And if you measure us against another RWA token, which I strongly suggest you do, just look at the graphs, check the narratives, and basically make your own consumptions. I'm not gonna bad talk about any competitor. I have a lot of respect for a lot of players out there. I actually shake hands with many of them, but I do respect my position. And my position right now in this space is of leadership because Brickett is bound for greatness. And that's it. Q4, we enter super strong. We're going to grow. We're going to conquer. And if we, the core, keep doing how we're doing, the expectations or the assumption is that we will perform on the token side of things as you prefer. All right. So I have nothing else to add except finish maybe with a little bit of thank you note because it's always nice to all those people that actually a lot of people have written me over the past 2 months, which I'm super grateful. Even at the unlock when things got a little bit weird, there were many of you who wrote me messages that I screenshot and sent it to internally, and I was like, guys, let's not focus on the wrong on the negative things. Let's focus on the positive, right? Because if not, we wouldn't be here. So whoever wrote me that, I mean, many of you probably listening or you're gonna review it later. Many of you know who we have a lot of talks and everything. So I mean, in the end, that's thank you notes. The rest who don't write it doesn't mean I'm thankful. All of the community who engage, like, repost, position us again. Super thankful. The new players who are making a name for themselves in our community with their graphs. I think there's like a Mr. F Fox or something who's now daily putting graphs. I'm learning a lot through that. So I mean that's thankful. So in that sense, kind of like yeah. guys, I'm gonna end up with a note just saying, let's have fun. Q4. Breaking. I have a commitment that to you and my team that this company needs to excel and we'll finish the year as the best year we can ever finish. And all set because 2025, the world we keep tokenizing, and we need to be the ones who make sure that that it happens. So we will work for that. I have no doubt that as we grow, we get better, and as we get better, we make more noise. As we make more noise, more partners will come, and as more partners will come, more clients. We have probably two huge aces before we finish the year. So expect those. I'm not building FOMO. I'm just telling you that it's not directly token related, but it's so big business related that we hope everything is combined, right? And finally, to outcome, listen, not gonna say anything related to that. You have my roadmap, you have what it has been said, nothing else to add there. So expect everything, but our track record it speaks for itself, right? So that's all I'm gonna say about that listing. Just our track record speaks for itself. All right. So thank you very much and wish you all a great weekend and October. Maybe happy Halloween. Why not? Thank you very much.